This is St. Louis Cardinals baseball here on Let's Talk Sports. The Cardinals looking for win number 30 on the year. Game 2 of a 3-game set versus the Pirates. Tommy Pham, not doing good in real life, but he's hitting .409 over his last 6 games in this simulation. On the Cardinals side of things, Eric Fetty will be on the mound today for the Redbirds. He will face Jared Jones, who's on the mound for the Buccos. Avon Herrera, he's hitting the ball well in his last 8 games. He's hitting .379. Sonny Gray pitched the first game of this series. He had a really good game. The Cardinals' offense has been great. The starting pitching's been dominant. The the bullpen's been great. Pretty much everything about this Cardinals team. The Cardinals are hot. They had a good April. They're off to a good start here in the month of May. Yeah, we'll see what they do here today in Game 2 against our old friend Tommy Pham and the Pittsburgh Pirates coming up next. It's a beautiful Tuesday evening for Cardinal baseball here at Busch Stadium. And Eric Fetty will get the start today for the Redbirds. 6 starts made. He's 3-0. 1.07 whip, 2.48 ERA. In 36 innings pitched. And we'll take a look at the lineup in this one for the Pirates. O'Neal Cruz leads off. He's in center. Batting second at shortstop is Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. Hitting third and left is Brian Reynolds. Then batting cleanup is the catcher, Joey Bart. Batting fifth and right is Andrew McCutchen. Tommy Pham batting sixth. He's the DH. Batting seventh at second is Nick Gonzalez. Adam Frazier hits eighth, he's at third, and Jared Triolo bats ninth, he's at first. Take a look at the defense in this one for the Cardinals. Wilson Contreras is at first. At second base, Nolan Gorman. Third base, that's not Arenado at third. That's Jordan Walker playing third base today, his original position when he got drafted. Ezekiel Duran is at shortstop today as Mason Wynn has the night off. And then looking at the defense in the outfield, Lars Nootbaar's in left. Trent Grisham's in center, and Alec Burleson's in right with Herrera behind the dish. And Eric Fetty is on the mound. First pitch to Cruz is upstairs for ball 1. And we are underway here at Busch. The Cardinals 29-7 heading into this game against the Pittsburgh Pirates. And they'll look for win number 30 of the year. In Game 2 of this series, the Cardinals won the first game 5-2. And then after this 3-game set versus the Pittsburgh Pirates, the Cardinals will be on the road for 10 days, starting off in our nation's capital in Washington, D.C., then 3 games in Philly, and then going to Kansas City to play our I-70 rivals, the Kansas City Royals. And then we'll be back at home after that. 1 ball, 2 strikes to O'Neal Cruz. There's a sinker called strike 3, and just like that, that is the out number 1. Out number 1 is set. Here is Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. Some breaking news coming out of the north side of Chicago. Starting pitcher Javier Assad is making a trip to the 15-day injured list. So rough news for the Cubs. The Cardinals, when it comes to the injured stuff, they've been pretty healthy all year. Lars Nootbaar was out for a while. But other than that, it's been, pretty healthy. Team's been pretty healthy. Here's Isaiah Kiner-Falefa, the utility man. He hits one out to left field. Nootbaar is catch, and that is out number 2. Had some jambalaya here today for supper. There's the Pirates lineup for you guys, for anybody just tuning in and wants to see the Pirate lineup. There it is right there. As you can see, Brian Hayes has the day off for the Pirates. Here's Brian Reynolds hitting .262. This is our second game in the franchise series against the Pirates. We had a game with them earlier in the franchise in Pittsburgh. And now we get to see them come to St. Louis. 1 ball, 1 strike is the count. There's a sinker, and it's at foul. Interesting that Jordan Walker's playing third base today. Arenado is in the lineup, but he'll be the DH. But I mean, Jordan Walker was drafted as a third baseman, so it'd be cool to see. There's a high fly ball to right, and Brian Reynolds gives the Pirates a 1-0 lead on a solo blast to right. That's his 5th of the season. And just like that, it's a 1-0 Pittsburgh lead here in the top of the first. 391 feet over the right field wall into the bleachers. And just like that, the Pirates strike first here in this one. Here's Joey Bart hitting 180. 2 home runs, 15 runs batted in. I think he's actually doing better in real life with the Pirates. Started off his career with the Giants and then came over to the Pirates after I think he was traded to the Pirates.
Ball, that's outside.
That's outside, ball 2.
Nope, that's inside.
3-1 count with Andrew McCutchen on deck. And there's a cutter that misses, ball 4. First walk allowed by Eric Fetty with 2 outs. And here comes the veteran Andrew McCutchen, been in the league since 2009. He hits one in the left field. Nootbaar's back, and this ball is down. It's going to be fair. He has troubles fielding this one. A runner will come in to score. And the Pirates jump out to a 2-0 lead here in the first. A 2-out double hit by Andrew McCutchen.
Hey! 0-1's the count.
So 2-0 Pirates. Here's Tommy Pham with 2 outs. Hitting 243. There's a grounder off the glove of Contreras. Throw to first is in time to get him. Pirates score 2 runs. A solo homer hit by Brian Reynolds and a double hit by Andrew McCutchen gives the Pirates an early 2-0 lead. And there's Jared Jones on the mound for the Pirates. 6 starts, he's 1-4, 29 innings pitched, 6.21 ERA, 1.90 WHIP on the season, 27 strikeouts. As we get set for Game 2 of this 3-game series, Cardinals won the first game against Paul Skeens. We already faced Paul Skeens earlier in the franchise when we the last time we saw these 2 teams meet in Pittsburgh. There's a fly ball to center. Cruz is there to make the catch, 1 away. So here's the Cardinal lineup for you. Duran leads off. He was at short. Batting second and left is Nootbaar. Hitting third at first is Contreras. Nolan Arenado hitting cleanup at DH. Jordan Walker batting 5th at third base today. Alec Burleson bats 6th and right. And then it's Herrera, Trent Grisham, and Nolan Gorman all in that order. Here's Lars Nootbaar hitting .318. Here's a fastball taken for strike 1. Nootbaar's already been in the major leagues for 5 years. That's crazy. Was called up, I think, in 2021, I want to say. I think he got called up a year before Brendan Donovan did. Yes, he did. I know some people love Nootbaar. I know some people hate him. Some say he's overrated. Some say he's underrated. I say he's got a 1-2 count on him. And a ground out to short is going to be out number 2. 2 outs. Here's Contreras. Hitting .287
0-1's the count.
on the year so far. Been one of the best hitters in this lineup. Contreras has an 0-2 count on him. Strikes out. 2 in the inning. Head into the second inning now, 2-0 Pirates.
Leading off for Pittsburgh, second baseman Nick Gonzalez.
2-0 Pirates as we go into the second inning here at Busch Stadium. Nick Gonzalez leads off. Then it will be Adam Frazier and Jose Triolo as I think this is the bottom half of the Pittsburgh lineup. They're the umpires in this one for you today. Showing a quick little graphic there.
That's a ball.
That's upstairs, 2-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
This will be a good time for me to announce that I will be posting the new schedule for the simulation game series. I believe sometime tomorrow I will post it. Show you guys what the schedule is going to be for the year. Or for the month of May. Gonzalez strikes out. Second of the day for Eric Fetty. Here's Adam Frazier. Started off his career as a Pirate and then was a journeyman. Played for quite a few different teams. I know he was with, I think he was with the Royals. I know he was in Baltimore for a year. Was in Seattle. And now he's back in Pittsburgh. There's one low in the dirt. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Frazier hits a circle change. Let's see. I think Adam Frazier came up in 2016.
Nope, inside, ball 2.
6th round pick out of Mississippi State in 2013, was called up in 2016. I forgot he was a Padre too. Padre, Mariner, Oriole, Royal. And now he's back in Pittsburgh. 2-2. Cutter struck him out. And that is back-to-back strikeouts for Eric Fetty. In here, the concessions people. Get your water. Water bottles, beer, hot dogs, burgers, chicken tenders, all that great stuff.
1-1.
There's a strike, 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
There was this book I used to read as a kid. It was called Stan the Hot Dog Man. And there's a sweeper. Triolo strikes out. Wonder if I can find that book again. Stan the Hot Dog Man. He originally had a bakery, and then he started up it was this old man who started up a hot dog business.
All 1's the count. 1.
Anyway, enough about hot dogs. Let's get back to the baseball game. 2-0 Pirates, bottom of the second. Nolan Arenado, 1 ball, 1 strike is the count, and he's in the cleanup spot. Hitting .286, 9 home runs, 25 runs batted in. He'll look for home run number 10. There's a strike, 2-2.
2-2 the count. Three and two.
That's low in the dirt, 3-2. With Jordan Walker on deck. Fouled away. Three, 2. Fastball struck him out.
Batting fifth, third baseman, Jordan
One out, here's Jordan Walker. First pitch to him, a strike, and it's 0-1. Swings, hits one to left center field. That ball is down, and that'll be the first Cardinal hit of the evening. And Walker going to third. He's going to be tagged out. I don't know why he decided to go to third, but O'Neal Cruz showing off that arm of his. Frazier able to make this little spin move as Jarrett Jones is covering the bag.
0-1.
Two outs now in the second. Here's Alec Burleson. For those of you who remembered the last game we had between these two teams in Pittsburgh, Burleson had 2 home runs in that game. He has 5 already on the season.
Ball 2.
There's a fastball taken for ball 2.
Nope. Outside.
Slider taken outside, ball 3. Fastball, strike 2. Hits one out to the left. End of 2 here at Busch, as Brian Reynolds makes the catch. Top of the Pirate lineup due up here in the 3rd inning. They lead things 2-0. Eric Betty back on the mound here in the top of the 3rd inning. Ended up having a scoreless 2nd inning. There's a cutter taking 1 ball, 1 strike. Fly ball to right center field. Grisham will track it down for out number 1. Shohei Ohtani collects his 600th career RBI. That is good for him. Sonny Gray in the first game of this series, he had 14 strikeouts in almost 8 innings. Former Cardinal Randall Grichuk picks up 5 RBIs in a win versus the Mets to help the Diamondbacks win a game versus the Mets. 0-2 to Calefa. Isaiah Kiner-Falefa is fouled off. Kiner-Falefa, this guy was with the Rangers. He's been a Yankee. He's been, I think he was an Oriole. IKF strikes out. Was he an Oriole? Oh, I think Rougned Odor.
Hey. 0-1's the count.
Blue Jay and then Pirates, yeah. Rangers,
that's in.
Yankees. Blue Jays, Pirates for Kiner Falefa. Rougned Odor. Rangers, Yankee in 2021. 2022 Oriole, 2023 Padre. Odor has not been in the major league since 2023. That's crazy. Last 2 years he's been in Venezuela. There's a strikeout for Eric Fetty to end the inning, or the top half of the inning. We go to the bottom of the third. The 7, 8, 9 hitters are due up for the Cardinals as the Pirates, top of their order, already had their second at-bats. Avon Herrera just getting his first at-bat in. After 2 innings of work behind the plate, there's a fly ball to right. Back is McCutchen to make the catch. That's out. Number 1. Kind of weird seeing McCutchen play right field. Because growing up, when I was watching McCutchen like in his prime, he was either the center fielder. He either played center field, and then later on he switched to left field. So it's kind of weird for me to see him play right field. But that's just me. Anyway, here's Trent Grisham. That is smoke to right field, over the head of McCutchen and gone. Trent Grisham gets the first Cardinal run of the afternoon. Late afternoon, early evening, over the head of McCutchen, and it's a 2-1 game. And now bring in Nolan Gorman. Bottom of the third, 1 out. Base hit in the right field. That's going to go all the way to the wall. Gorman's going all the way to second. He will stay put at second with a 1-out double. Following up the home run after the Trent Grisham home run. Was able to hit one into the gap for a 1-out double. Here's Ezekiel Duran. First pitch to him, a strike, 0-1. Duran flew out his last time up. For those of you wondering, where's Mason Wynn? He is off today.
That's a ball.
He was tired, and so Duran was not tired, so we decided to have him play today. Duran, we got him in a trade from the Rangers. Sent over a few prospects for him, just because we needed a backup infielder, just another utility guy for whenever Mason Wynn or Brendan Donovan were, feeling tired or just needed a day off. That's what we got Duran for. Now the count is full with Newbar coming up. 3-2. Fastball struck him out. Duran was not a fan of that call. Strikeout number 3 for Jared Jones. Here's Lars Nootbaar. Tying run at second, 2 outs. Fastball up high, strike 1. Nootbaar's got the second best batting average on the Cardinals, hitting .314. Here's the 1-0. Strike 1.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
Gorman's the runner at second. 2 outs. Here's a 1-1. There's a fastball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And a strikeout ends the inning. The way Nootbaar looked in that at bat, he sure doesn't look like someone who's hitting 300. End of 3 here in St. Louis. Pirates lead 2-1.
Leading off for Pittsburgh.
Joey Bart leads off for Pittsburgh here in the top of the 4th inning. Followed up by Andrew McCutchen and Tommy Pham.
Ball, that's just out.
That is outside for ball 1.
Ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes.
That's outside 2-0. Cardinals after this series will have a 10-game road trip. 3 in D.C., 3 in Philadelphia, and 3 with the Royals in Kansas City. The Pirates after this series against the Cardinals they'll be back at home playing the Braves. Just got done playing the Padres. Or had the Cubs and Padres at home. Come to St. Louis for 3 games, for 3 days, and then they'll be back at home playing the Braves. And then they'll start up a road trip of their own. As Joey Bart pops up to Contreras for the first out, here's Andrew McCutchen. He has been playing since 2009. Yes, he has. He's easily one of my favorite players growing up. Except for when he was playing the Cardinals, obviously, because he did well against St. Louis. But just really fun player to watch. Of course, he was both with the bat and the dude he was a really good fielder and
Aye. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
here's a 1-2 to McCutchen.
2 strikes.
Outside, ball 2. And then also him with the long hair, the dreads. That was always a cool look. There's a cutter outside for taken for strike 3. Eric Petty already with 7 strikeouts. I remember there was this one time when I was a kid.
Ball.
I think my mom and I took a trip to Best Buy. And there was a guy working, and one of the workers, he was, African American. He had the dreads and everything. He kind of had the Andrew McCutchen hairstyle. And I thought for a second, but I knew it wasn't actually Andrew McCutchen, but I told him, it's like, hey, you look like Andrew McCutchen from the Pittsburgh Pirates. And he took that as a compliment. Turns out he was actually from Pittsburgh. Tommy Pham strikes out. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Pirates lead the Redbirds 2-1. There's the Cardinals in their last 10 games. They ended up losing 1 against the Mets in a 5-0 shutout loss. Wilson Contreras, Arenado, and Jordan Walker all due up here in this inning. Contreras is 0 for 1, I believe, with a strikeout. Yep, he is 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Nolan Arenado's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. And then Jordan Walker has a double, but then he tried to go to third and was thrown out. But yeah, going back to my Best Buy Andrew McCutchen story, it turns out the dude was actually from Pittsburgh. And so he took that as a compliment. Contreras strikes out for the 2nd time today. And also just the Pirates at that time were just such a fun team. Like the NL Central at that time, the big 3 were the Cardinals, obviously. The Pirates, since they were in the wild card game like 3 years in a row. The Reds at that time were still a good team. The Cubs and Brewers, they were going through their rebuilds. Arenado hits one into left field over the head of Reynolds. And it's going to be a one-out double as Arenado slides in head first at second base. He has his 9th double on the year. So just like that, the Cardinals have a runner in scoring position with Walker coming up. There's a slider taken for ball 1. Jordan Walker 2 for 4 in this series. He actually homered in the game before this. Too bad we didn't get it on video. That way we have proof that Jordan Walker had a home run. But luckily our stats crew, our stats guys are keeping track of that also. There's a grounder to third. Frazier throw to first in time. And that is out number 2. 2 outs now. And here's Alec Burleson.
Ball 1.
Ball 1 is the count.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
Here's the 1-1. Burleson, swing and a miss, strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
That's up high, ball 2. Gorman, the runner at second. 2 outs. Here's the 2-2. That gets away from Joey Bart, and a runner should move over to third. Arenado moves to third with 2 outs. 3-2 pitch to Burleson, and he hits it out to left field. Reynolds back at the wall, over his head. Arenado scores, and just like that, this game is tied. Alec Burleson ties up the game on a double. And that will bring in Ivan Herrera. Herrera, weak contact, hits it foul. A good time to tune into the ball game now. The Cardinals starting up a little rally with 2 outs. They just tied up the game on a Alec Burleson double. There's ball 2 to Ivan Herrera. The Cardinals' catching depth is kind of interesting. They got Herrera, Pedro Pages, and I know Yoel Pozo's in the big leagues in real life, but he's in AAA in this game because Herrera and Pages are actually healthy. There's a grounder, and Reynolds can't make the diving play. Burleson comes in to score. Cardinals lead 3-2. Ivan Herrera keeps the 2-out magic going. Take a look at this again. Reynolds tried to come in with the dive. He couldn't get it. His best friend, O'Neill Cruz, right behind him, throws it in. Cardinals able to score the run. That gives them a 3-2 lead, and Trent Grisham comes in. Had a solo home run his last time up. He'll look to try and homer again. And at bat number 2 against Jared Jones. There's a circle change, 1 ball, 1 strike is the count. Runner at second. 2 outs. That's up high, 1-2. Pirates already got action going on in their bullpen. They got a righty and a lefty warming up. Here comes the 1-2 from Jared Jones. There's 1 fouled off. And it's 1-2. 2-2.
You got a full count.
Ball 3. Full count to Trent Grisham. Nolan Gorman's on deck. He strikes him out. Strikes him out on a fastball, but Arenado ties up the game. Burleson tied it, and Ivan Herrera gives the Redbirds a 3-2 lead. End of 4.
Leading off for Pittsburgh. Second base.
Here are the two starters today. Jared Jones, 4 innings of work, allowed 3 Cardinal runs, 6 hits, but he struck out 6 in this game. Eric Betty, meanwhile, he allowed 2 runs in the first inning, 2 hits, 1 walk, and has 8 strikeouts. Kind of cooled off a little bit after the first inning. Nick Gonzalez up next. The 7-8-9 hitters due up for Pittsburgh here in the top of the 5th. And the count is 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's a 1-1. Sinker, strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Here's a 1-2. That gets fouled off, and it's still, 1 ball, 2 strikes. There's a fly ball into right field. Burleson makes the catch. And that is out number 1.
Now that third baseman.
1 out. Here's Adam Frazier. Struck out his last time up. Let's see what he does here against Eric Betty, his second time up. Frazier, I didn't even know he was an all-star in 2021. That was the year I think he got traded to the Padres. Fouled off 0-2. So 2, and Frazier hits it right to Gorman at second base, and that is out number 2. 2 outs now. Here's Jared Triola.
Ball 1.
Fouled off, and the count is 1 ball, 1 strike. Triola 0 for 1. And the count is 1-2. Already in the 5th inning in this game. It is crazy. Triola pops up. Herrera in foul territory makes the catch, and we go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Redbirds lead the Buccos 3-2.
Leading off for the Cardinals.
Cardinal themed tickets are a great way to access exclusive promotional items and fan events. And for details and full list of dates, visit cardinals.com/theme. Tonight, ironically, game 2 of a 3-game series versus the Pirates. It is the ticket theme is College Night
That's a ball.
here at the ballpark. Tuesday, May 6th, Cardinals Pittsburgh Pirates. That's ironically the game we're playing right now. After the Cardinals come back from their little road trip on Tuesday, May the 20th, and Wednesday, May 21st, versus the Tigers. It'll be Nurses Night and Nurses Day, both at the ballpark on Tuesday. And there's a fly ball to right field. Nolan Gorman salutes the Nurses with a home run. 4-2 Cardinals. Perfect timing. Nolan Gorman with an absolute moonshot. That's the second home run of the day. 400 feet to right field. And it's a 4-2 game. We were talking about how it'll be Nurses Night, Nurses Day, Nurses Week on Tuesday, May 20th, 21st versus the Tigers. And an absolute blast was hit. By Nolan Gorman. He must really like nurses. Base hit to left field for, or never mind, Duran flew out to left field. Pirates skipper Derek Shelton comes out of the bullpen. And Jared Jones comes out of the game, and Cameron Molozinski will come into the game. To face Lars Nootbaar here in the bottom of the fifth inning. Cardinals now have a 4-2 lead. Two of those runs came on home runs hit by Trent Grisham and Nolan Gorman. The other two came from Alec Burleson and Ivan Herrera on a couple pair of RBI doubles. 1 ball, 1 strike to Newt. 0 for 2 today. Cutter fouled off, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Fouled off again, 1-2. Was watching an interview with Kurt Warner earlier. I'm not finished with it, but
Ball, that's down.
Two-two's fouled off. Here's the next pitch from Molozinski. There is a cutter that is going to drop in Brian Reynolds' glove. Two outs now. And coming up to bat is Wilson Contreras. He hits one out to right field. Is this one gone? No, not quite, but it will stay in the ballpark, and it's going to be a 2-out double. And so, just like that, Arenado comes in. 2 outs in the bottom of the fifth. 1-0 pitch to Arenado, 1 for 2 today with a double. He scored on an RBI double hit by Alec Burleson. There's a slider, 1 ball, 1 strike is the count.
Ball, that's out.
Outside, 2-1. 2-2 the count. For those of you just tuning in, welcome.
3-2.
Cardinals lead the Pirates 4-2. Bottom of the 5th inning. And ball 4. To Arenado.
Aye.
2 outs. Here's Jordan Walker.
0-1.
First and second, 2 out. Here's the pitch. Walker swings on a cutter. It's a high fly ball into right center field. Cruz is there to track it down. And we played 5 full innings of baseball here in Busch Stadium. Nolan Gorman with an absolute moonshot home run. Makes it a 4-2 game. 4-2 Cardinals. We go to the top of the 6th inning. Once again, the top of the lineup due up for the Pirates. Here against Eric Betty. Circle change, 0-1. Wonder how long it'll be until the Cardinals go to their bullpen, as the Pirates already went to theirs. Or have already started going to theirs. Drop third strike. Herrera throw down to first in time. And that is out number 1. There's a fly ball to left center field. Making the catch is Grisham. 2 outs.
Aye. No balls, 2 strikes. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nope. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Here's the 2-2. Fouled away. Line to Contreras, and we go to the bottom of the 6th inning with the Cardinals on top 4-2. Caleb Ferguson comes in relief here in the bottom of the 6th. He'll face Burleson to lead things off, and then Ivan Herrera, and then Trent Grisham, I believe.
Outside, that's a ball.
Outside, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Ball.
Two and 1 is the count. Here's the next pitch on its way, and a fastball fouled off. Burleson strikes out on the sinker. First out in the bottom of the inning here is Ivan Herrera.
that's out.
One out, and Herrera grounds to second.
He's out.
2 outs.
Now batting, center fielder, Trent Grisham.
And here's Trent Grisham. He had the first Cardinal RBI of the day.
Hey. 0-1. Ball 1. Ball, that's out.
Ball outside. 2-1. With 2 outs. Grisham fouls it off, and it's 2-2. That's fouled off again, 2-2.
The count's full.
Count is full. Three and 2. Grisham grounded to second. We go to the 7th. More Cardinal baseball coming your way. Scores 4-2. Cardinals going to their bullpen here in the 7th. Phil Mayton. 11 games, 11 appearances, 1.88 ERA.
No, that's foul.
Fouled off, and it's 0-2. And another strikeout.
Nope.
1-0 pitch to McCutcheon.
Ball 2. 2-0.
Here's the 2-0. There's the second out recorded. Cardinals are now 7 defensive outs away from winning this game. Nice play by Gorman. Here's Tommy Pham. I want to check something real quick. Let's see. I don't know if this will interrupt the stream or not. 2 outs. Here is Tommy Pham. Nothing in 2 is the count. Nothing in 2 is the count.
Nope. Ball 1.
That's up high, ball 1.
1 ball, 2 strikes the count. Nope. Ball 1.
That's up high, ball 1. Yes, I think this was my problem. Tommy Pham strikes out. We go to the home half of the 7th. The Cardinals lead the Buccos 3-2. What happened was I don't know why I didn't know this like 2 years ago when I got my PS5. I didn't know how to switch the audio from my headphones to just the TV.
Ball 1's the count. Ball 1.
1 ball, 1 strike is the count. To Nolan Gorman, 2 for 2 on the day with a home run.
That's a ball.
Ball 2, Peter.
1 strike.
I don't know how to say the last name. Strzelecki. 2-1. Ball 3. Should have went on a walk today. Don't know why I didn't. My step count has not been very good lately. Nolan Gorman strikes out, 1 away.
The shortstop,
I used to do this thing where I would walk, take 10,000 steps every day. I've really been doing that lately this year. Need to get back to doing it.
Yeah. 0-2 is the count.
0-2 to Duran. Hopefully it sounds better. There's a strikeout.
now batting, left fielder. Long
Yeah, I think it sounds better.
Newbar.
That's a base hit to right field for Newtbar. I think everybody in this Cardinal lineup has had a hit except for Ezekiel Duran. Here is Wilson Contreras. Nothing in two to Contreras, 1 out, or 2 outs, runner at first. And the 8th inning is coming up. Cardinals lead 4-2.
Now pitching for the Cardinals. Number 61, Zach Jackson. Leading off for Pittsburgh, second baseman, Nick Gonzalez.
Dogs barking again. 0-1 to Nick Gonzalez.
Ball, that's off the
Zach
plate.
Jackson now in the game. My dog needs to stop barking. Helsley's warming up.
Ball 2.
Upstairs, 2-1. Pirates, I don't think they've had a hit since the first inning. After the first inning, the Cardinals have pretty much shut the offense, or the Pirates' offense down. One out here in the 8th. Cardinals 5 outs away from a win.
Now batting, third baseman.
Now bring in Adam Frazier, 0 for 2, 271 batting average. 1 home run, 6 runs batted in. For those of you asking if this is going to be a multi-season series, probably not. I think I just plan on doing like one season and that's it.
Ball 2.
And then just kind of move on to next season. Like, sorry if that like disappoints anybody that I'm just doing one season of this franchise. I mean, maybe just depending on how I'm feeling, but I don't know. I just see this being like a one season thing. 2 balls, 1 strike is the count. There's a fastball taken for ball 2 or for strike 2. And I imagine this will take me like almost a year to complete. Probably not even a year, probably less than a year. And we're also like a week ahead of the actual season, so we'll probably be back on stream tomorrow. If not, then every other day. And then, of course, on Fridays and Saturdays, we'll most likely stream. And Frazier was hit by a pitch, but the umpire called strike 3.
First baseman, Jared Triolo.
2 outs here is Jared Triolo. But yeah, the next game, it'll be in Washington, D.C., Cardinals and Nationals. Washington Nationals, and then the Cardinals Phillies in, well, Philadelphia, and then we'll go to Kansas City, Cardinals and Royals. There'll be the next 10 games of, and then we'll be back at home playing the Tigers and the Diamondbacks, I believe. Finishing up the month of May. There's a strikeout against Triolo. We go to the bottom of the 8th.
Now pitching for
4-2, Cardinals lead. David Bednar
number 51. David
comes in relief in the bottom of the 8th. He'll face Arenado, 1 for 2 with a walk and a double in this game. First pitch up high, ball 1. Arenado, the batting average is going up to 289. We come back to the top of the 9th. The Cardinals are 3 defensive outs away from win number 30 of the season. They're currently sitting at a 29-7 record. There's a fastball, strike 2.
2 strikes.
They're on a big winning streak at one point. They're currently on a winning streak right now. They're on a little 2-game winning streak. Grounder to second. He was taking a sweet time. Gonzalez taking a sweet time getting to throw to first. I know some old school baseball fans will probably rant about that, being like, yeah, why is he taking a sweet... Yeah, why is he doing that? He should automatically be trying to get the freaking runner, trying to get the throw. Then, yeah, why does he do that? I don't know. But I don't know what I'm trying to say. I don't know. I'm tired. 1-0 pitch to Walker. There's a pop-up. 2. Triolo. 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th. And that will bring in
right fielder,
Alec
Alex
Earlson.
Burleson.
2 outs. Bottom of the 8th. 4-2 Cardinals is the score. 2 of those... 2 home runs, 2 RBI doubles. That's all you need to know that happened in this game. May 13th, I believe, we'll be celebrating the 7-year anniversary or 6-year anniversary of Let's Talk Sports. That's cool. Burleson with a base hit in the center. And now we'll bring in Ivan Herrera. Now hitting 297. Or 291, sorry.
Ball one.
Fastball taken, strike one. 1 for 6 in this series. That one hit came in this game. There's one hit foul, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Ryan Helsley warming up in the bullpen. He will most likely come in to get the save. Herrera pulls one, hits one to left field. Going to the 9th, with the Cardinals leading the Pirates 4-2. There's Ryan Helsley right here. Right there. 18 games, won 1 game, 12 saves on the season. O'Neill Cruz will be the first batter he faces as the Pirates have the top of their order due up. There's a grounder to Walker at third. 1 away.
Now batting, short.
1 out here is Kiner Falefa. 1 pitch, one ground out. Kiner Falefa fouls off the first pitch, and it's 0-1. 5 for 24 lifetime against Ryan Helsley. That is foul down the line. It's 0-2. Two outs. And the Cardinals, or the Pirates, down to their final out. Here is Brian Reynolds, 1 for 3. He had a home run in the first inning. Now the Cardinals are 2 strikes away from a win. Crowd on their feet here in St. Louis. Strike 2. As Reynolds fouls off the slider. Here's the 0-2. Helsley has a sign, kicks and deals. And that one's fouled off. Crowd still on their feet. Here's the 0-2 once more. And another one fouled off. Reynolds keeping the at-bat going. It's always the final out. It's always the final out that's the toughest to get, it seems like. Always 1 strike away. The batter's doing everything he can to keep it going. There's a drop third strike. Herrera's throw down to first. In time, Cardinals win. 4-2 is the final score here against the Pirates. It'll be a win for Eric Fetty. Ryan Helsley has his 13th save of the season. The loss goes to Jared Jones, and the Cardinals already won the first 2 games of this series. They'll look for the sweep. And then it's off to the nation's capital to take on the Washington Nationals. That's all we have for you today here on Let's Talk Sports. I'm your man, Josh Wright. Good game from the Redbirds today. The Pirates, they scored 2. They scored early. Home run from Brian Reynolds and then a double. And then Trent Grisham with this home run kind of got things going. Nolan Gorman with the home run. A couple of RBI doubles hit by Alec Burleson and Ivan Herrera. But that's all we got for you here in St. Louis. That'll be a wrap for Cardinal baseball here tonight. I'm your man Josh Wright signing off. Cardinals win 4-2.